everybody, it's Angela and I am back with another process video, and this is one using the Basic Gray Herbs and Honey collection. I had originally bought the 12 by 12 collection pack, and then I had found a few more items come through Tuesday morning, like that 6 by 6 pad and some other embellishment items that I added to it. So I've used this collection a couple times in the past, and it's several years old now, and so I'm just using a scrap from a previous layout to map my photos. And I just wanted to keep them all as one cluster and then leave a little bit larger border at the bottom to maybe put an embellishment cluster on. I also have this tag pad that goes with the Herbs and Honey collection, and I'm kind of just familiarizing myself with what's in that. I like this one with the tomato on it. And then in that package on the left there are like acetate pieces and stuff that go with the collection. This is a jelly bean soup paper that has these seed packets on it. And so I'm just going to pull out a few of those. And then this is a Studio Calico, and I think it's called like Market Fresh. And I just pull out that canning jar with the lines because I think maybe I could use that for my journaling. And then I go in my stash because I know I have more seed packet cut aparts that Marissa had sent me. Hi Marissa! And so I'm looking through those because I have no idea yet what my design's going to be. I don't have anything really in my head except that I wanted to use some of my food related stash to do this layout. This is a Create 365 planner sticker book that's food related that I got at Tuesday morning. And then this is the Carpe Diem sticker book that's also for planners that's food related. So again, I'm just kind of looking to see what I've got in these. And there's the Basic Gray acetate and ephemera pieces. So now I'm just going to kind of play around and see how I want to build this design. So I think about doing an upper and lower cluster, and then I think, no, maybe I'll do a horizontal line across. So I kind of like that, doing the horizontal. But it felt a little cluttery to me because of that patterned background. I wanted a little more space between my embellishments and that background so I could build a few more clusters. So I look in the paper pack and there's a red, that seemed a little bright to me. So I find this dark wood grain, and that works really well because it picks up on some of the darker tones in the photo. Because I have a black glass top cook stove, and so I think that works well picking up the colors. But I am going to cut it down just so you can see that cute orange paper on the top and bottom. And this layout's going to be kind of a throwback. It's going to be really clean and more simple, no mixed media or anything like that. Kind of a throwback to a little bit older style of scrapbooking. But I really love doing those sometimes. It's like not always do I feel artistic and want to pull out the inks and the paints and the stencils and the stamps. Sometimes I just want to play with the paper and put it down in a pleasing fashion on my layout. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. So I decide to put the tomato over there on the right, and then the carrots kind of on the left, and then have the peppers, which are also kind of the color of the tomatoes, kind of going off the edge there on the other side. And now I'm just going to start looking through all these embellishments and stickers from the collection or various collections to see what I can use. So I go ahead and cut this sticker out, and then I pull out a few of the items out of this ephemera pack, and I like the little canning jars since I do have canning jars in my photograph. And this is the Made from Scratch collection. I believe it's from Echo Park. And I like the black, and I thought about using those letters for my title, but the white border on them was just too white. And so I went through my stash of thickers, and I found this kind of orangey colored one that I hadn't used, and I had gotten at TJ Maxx a while ago. So I thought this was the perfect place to use it. And it gives a warmer, you know, homey feel to the layout as well. So I like that. And so now that I have kind of saved the place of where I want to put that title, I'm going to go ahead and slip in a few embellishment clusters, one on the upper right, one in the middle left, and one on the bottom right. And so in order to kind of bring out that black in my photo, I'm going to use some of these other black stickers from the Made from Scratch collection. I think one of them says life is delicious, and the other one is enjoy every bite. So I don't want to cover up all that gold colored matte because that's where I decided I was going to go ahead and do my journaling. So I want to make sure my cluster kind of stays over more to the right there and doesn't cover up my journal spot. And again, I'm just going to layer some stickers along with that. Oh, and then I realized there's that clear film on the top of the acetate piece that I have to take off. And I like that you can still kind of see the seed packet behind the canning jar. You can kind of see it up through. So I'm just taking the film off this acetate piece. I'm going to put that black tab on top that says soups and salads, since I'm kind of making soup in this picture. And what this is a picture of me getting my ingredients together in the top photo to make the soup, and I pulled out my own home canned items of green beans, beef stock, beef, and tomatoes. And then out of the root cellar I pulled carrots, sweet potatoes, peppers, regular potatoes, onions, and garlic. And so it was really fun to be able to pull out all the things I had grown and root cellared and home canned myself in order to make this soup. And then the other picture is of 2 loaves of sourdough bread that I made, and I used wheat that we grew on the farm, and I milled that up and baked the bread myself. And so the last picture is just the finished soup and a slice of bread. And so it was just fun to be able to make this meal all from scratch from things I had canned and grown myself. And so it, you know, we struggle a lot with the farm, and we had a few crop failures and stuff last year, which have made things a little hard for us. But, you know, this is what it's all about in the end. It's producing good quality, fresh food, you know, for us in the community and, you know, our buyers and stuff like that. And to be proud of, you know, being able to make it yourself. And so I was just kind of reminding myself, you know, why we're doing this. And so this was a good layout to document as therapy for me. And so it was looking a little flat though, and I wanted to add a little more texture. So Basic Gray has these brads, and the bigger ones that I put 3 of them, 1 in each cluster, are fabric covered, so it has a great texture. And then I put 3 small ones on there as well, and those are metal rimmed. They have silver rims, so that adds another texture and stuff as well. So along with the acetate pieces and the stickers, I think there's enough interest and dimension on the page. And so now I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to draw some lines down there to journal on. And I journal in pencil first, and then I go over it with pen, and then I erase the pencil when I'm done, which is what I did there. And then this is my finished layout, and like I said, it's pretty simple and clean in style, kind of a throwback sort of a layout, but I really love how it looks. And the journaling just says, I love when I can use our own home milled flour to bake bread, and also use my own home canned items and root cellared vegetables that we grow on the farm to make soup. Nothing store-bought here. So this was a lot of fun to make. And so if you guys have any questions or anything on what I did here or on the products, you know, just leave a comment down below. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!